YouTube, what is up? Player Prop Savant here. Second time seeing me today. We had our early morning Europa and Europa Conference League video this morning. Did a very good job. I loved that. I loved seeing. Been a while since I got with ice, but looking good so far. Everything's looking pretty good. So far, we are 3-1. Bodo sucks. Roma cash. And our 1.5 unit parlay cash. Only loss was AZ Alkmaar deciding to not show up in the first half. Probably one of the worst games I've ever seen. They've played like absolute dog shit. And they're a Netherlands team that usually scores and relies on that offense. But today was a little different. I guess they just didn't have what it takes to put away a team, and that ended up costing us that one. So 3-1 so far. Cannot complain. And we are here from Thursday night football action. I have an absolute bomb play here. I'm not going to put units on it here. I'm going to probably do it for VIP, but I'm going to guess it's going to be a pretty big, substantial play here for me. With all these free plays I'm giving out, I got to make sure VIP gets theirs and eats themselves. Obviously, they're the ones supporting me the most. Thank you guys for anybody on VIP who's in here and watches these videos. It means so much to me to be able to continue to try to do this as much as I can, try to keep it as close to a full-time thing as I can to provide you guys winners and keep working and grinding and growing the channel, growing the pages. And it's awesome. Closing in on 300 subs over here on YouTube. And I hope we get there pretty quick and we can push towards 500 as our next goal. So we are ready for today. Like I said, this is going to be a huge play for me. I'll probably have it in damn near every same game parlay I have. There's a lot to like about this play. I love the game script. We're going to go with James Robinson over 23.5 receiving yards. You guys know I cashed in on his rushing receiving prop last week. And I'm much more comfortable rolling with this than his rushing yards just because of Carlos Hyde's stupid shit with Urban Meyer. It annoys me, right? I'm really annoyed with it. Looking at his snap counts, he's still sitting around 65% of team snap counts, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about his receptions. Carlos Hyde hasn't caught a pass or even been targeted in the last 2 games. First time you saw him, he has brick hands. 4 targets, only 2 catches in the first game, and now Urban Meyer understands, hey, we're going to use this guy. We need a guy that's quick in the backfield and is able to make people miss at a pretty high clip, and that's what James Robinson is versus Carlos Hyde. James Robinson has caught, let's check these out, 3 catches, 6 catches in his first 3 games, obviously on a nice upward trajectory, 6 catches in his last game on 6 targets, but 2 of those were taken away via penalty. He actually had 8 targets and 8 receptions, but, Jaguars are going to Jacksonville, they're going to do their shit and suck, right? They're going to be bad, and that's exactly why I like this play a lot. If I'm getting only 24 yards for him in the backfield, this dude was targeted on 5 straight plays in a 2-minute drill when they were losing. This man will be out there. I'll get into numbers here in a second. I got a lot of time here because we're only doing one play. He was targeted 5 straight times, 2-minute drill, down by 12 against Arizona. These guys don't give up. They want to boost Lawrence. They want to give him confidence, and you have to have your best player out there as well. So, kind of gave you just a spitball. Here's some numbers. All right. Last game, Najee Harris broke the rookie record for catches against these guys out of the backfield with 14 fucking catches. 14 catches over 100 yards receiving. David Montgomery, 3 catches for 20 yards. But doesn't say Andy Dalton got hurt halfway through that game and Justin Fields is not looking good. That line is trash. Delvin Cook cooked this number. 43 on 6 catches in their first matchup against these guys in the first game of the season. And not even just him, Abdullah and Madison combined for 3 for 23. Sorry, I just lost it there. 3 for 23. So that's 9 catches to backs there. So this defense is filtering the backs. I feel like this is going to be a game where they have to not allow DJ Chark to get deep over the top. That's really the only way these guys are going to score points, right? They have not been able to show that they've been able to not make mistakes on sustained drives. most of their drives are those 2-minute bullshit drives that's just no huddle, just going, because they really can't stop shooting themselves in the foot. One of the highest penalized teams. Obviously, Lawrence is one of the highest interceptions in the league, him and Zach Wilson. But like I said, 5 straight passes to him in the 2-minute drill down. I'm not worried about receiving downs with having Carlos Hyde in this game. I'm almost taking him completely out of it instead of rolling with the rushing prop where he could be some issues here. He had 46 yards in his last game, 29 in the first game of the season. If this is a negative game script, this is going to be a very nice, easy hit. I don't have enough trust in Trevor Lawrence to be able to take this team and win this game. A short week, I'd ride with Burrow 100% over Trevor Lawrence. But what I also like, too, is you saw how much trust that Trevor Lawrence had in him once James O'Shaughnessy was out. James O'Shaughnessy was that safety blanket. He is now gone. He is hurt with a high ankle sprain. That is huge. All those quick dump downs that were going to O'Shaughnessy are now going over to James Robinson. This last point I have here for you is going to be the pressure rates. The Bengals have a 28% pressure rate on quarterbacks, and Jacksonville allows 26% of dropbacks to result in pressures. That is absolutely ideal for James Robinson. He ain't going to block nobody. He's a decent blocker, but they're not going to keep him in the block. They're going to be in there for dump downs. You have to initiate the screen game. You have to be able to negate this pass rush. And what better way than doing dump offs or quick passes to your backs? Obviously, Laviska Shenault does a very good job of this as well. But if we're getting a negative game script here, I love it. If I'm looking at this here, we have 12.5 rush attempts here for James Robinson. For them to win, he's going to need more than that. He's going to be needing to touch the ball out in space and not where this Bengals front seven can get to him right away. We're looking at Trevor Lawrence here. I'm on his props. We're seeing 38 attempts for Trevor Lawrence as the line built to Vegas. We have it 37.5, minus 110 to the over, minus 120 to the under. And completions at 22.5, minus 110 to the over. I am on DraftKings for this. So we're seeing that they're going to be throwing the ball here. Obviously, you've seen what the Bengals can do. They really didn't even allow many yards to the really good Steelers wide receivers. Obviously, we know Deontay Johnson is out, but 14 catches to Najee Harris, and you're going to say he's a better pass catcher than James Robinson? I doubt it. I also doubt that Trevor Lawrence is going to have enough time to be able to go deep on a lot of these balls. I love this play. I will be probably putting enough money on it to make it pretty close to a hammer. I have not decided the units on here. I will put that into VIP, but guys, this is close. This is a big boy. I like this play a lot. I love it on Thursday Night Football. I think this is going to be a fun night of games here. I think that this game is a low-key banger. I think that we're going to see a lot of balls going up and down the field. Joe Mixon obviously going to get his, but it's going to be a fun game. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll recap. We did lose the Baltimore Orioles. They got shut out yesterday, and I did post an extra free play for you guys with the Dodgers. First 5 team total hit in the first inning. So we did get it back. But yeah, thank you guys for so much for sticking in here with me. A longer video for only one play. But again, thank every single one of you guys for tuning in. I'm very happy to put this play out, and I'm very excited for tonight's game. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate every single one of you. We'll talk tomorrow with the show with Monotone at 2 Central. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.